He supports Elon Musk stealing your data.
Tonight, thousands of people turning up in cities across the country in protest of President Donald Trump and billionaire Elon Musk and their policies. Those protesters decrying everything from Trump's crackdown on immigration to his recent proposal to remove Palestinians from the Gaza Strip.
The protests were organized online as the 50-51 movement, which calls for 50 protests in 50 states on one day. Katu's Vasily Varlamos talked to demonstrators who came out in Salem today.
Many of those protesting were holding signs, waving flags, and chanting just like the people behind me now, all of them protesting against Donald Trump's policies. The protest mirrors gatherings at state capitals all across the country, all denouncing President Donald Trump's policies.
We have to come together as a community, and protesting is one of the easiest ways to do that.
Multiple protesters expressing anger with the administration, with others urging people to speak to legislators about how they're feeling. Some protesters say they hope this demonstration gives others a sense of belonging.
It should make everyone feel a little less alone. People try and silence us for decades and decades, try to erase our culture and our history, but still to this day we're fighting the same battles.
Trump's stance on immigration and Elon Musk's involvement in the administration seem to be the main source of frustration for protesters. On immigration, House Minority Leader Christine Drazen says the president has prioritized taking criminals off the streets. She also supported Oregonians' right to protest, especially at the state capitol.
The state capitol is a sacred place for people to come and be heard and be respected, and to have their elected leaders hear directly from them.
Drazen says no matter what a person's political view is, their voices should be heard.
Absolutely, no matter what side of the aisle you come from, no matter what your perspective is, that is a sacred right that we have in the United States of America, and I'm grateful for it.
The protest was mostly peaceful, not much interaction between protesters and law enforcement. In Salem, Vasily Varlamos, K2 News.
Vasily, thank you. Demonstrators also gathered today in downtown Portland. Large crowd gathered in solidarity outside Senator Ron Wyden's office, carrying signs saying, quote, "Musk must go now," and "My data, my choice." Senator Wyden has spoken out after Musk's Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE, gained access to the Treasury Department's payment systems last week.
The part of the message I want to emphasize most is it's going to take all of us to make calls, to text, to write, and to connect with our legislative leaders at all levels. That's how the people can make a difference, is voicing their concerns.
And this was the scene in Olympia where demonstrators gathered at the Capitol for hours this afternoon, speaking out in support of trans rights, immigrant communities, among several other causes.
The White House says billionaire Elon Musk will excuse himself from any conflicts of interest between his work for the Trump administration and his private businesses. Musk is working as a special government employee for President Trump after he was tapped to lead the Department of Government Efficiency. He has billions of dollars in federal contracts with his rocket company, SpaceX.
The president was already asked and answered this question this week, and he said if Elon Musk comes across a conflict of interest with the contracts and the funding that DOGE is overseeing, then Elon will excuse himself from those contracts. And he has, again, abided by all applicable laws.
Democratic lawmakers have expressed concerns over Musk's role and the actions of his department. They argue he's an unelected official gathering unaccountable and illegal power. White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt pushed back, noting Trump promised on the campaign trail to put Musk in charge of rooting out government waste.